Well, I used to do music when I was a teenager, and then things don't that doesn't really pay the bills unless you're in certain situations. So my cousin actually went to the school.
You were an artist, or you were doing like stuff with the music side?
Music side, yeah, like recording songs and stuff like that. And then my cousin was actually a DJ, and he went to that school, and I was interested. I liked what he was doing, so I asked him. He told me. Then I went there, and it would change ever since then.
When you were there, what made you fall in love with radio?
Just writing like commercials, writing like promotions, recording them, editing them.
Okay.
Um, it was just I loved it.
So you liked that side more than wanting to be on the air, or both was interesting to you?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the co-host for the last final before you graduate.
And what is that, like a morning show
Yeah.
that they do for the station there?
Yeah, they do it like a morning show. And they do it for like I think it was 2 hours. They put like commercials, breaks. All of us did like different promos and stuff like that. We had to make it from scratch.
Did you get to pick your co-host?
I did.
And how long were you in that school for?
It's actually pretty short. It's an 8-week program.
They just specialize in that, like if you're going to learn that trade.
Yeah, it's radio and TV broadcasting. So they teach you everything in radio and TV.
What was more interesting about radio than the TV side?
Honestly, I wasn't really used to being on camera like that. So like when like the lights was on me, then I'm like reading the from the transcriptor. Words could go by fast. I get nervous. It took me a while.
I know I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because, I know you have a logo and everything. When did that, like, pop off? I guess, like, while you were at school or after school?
So I came up with the podcast after, because I want to say about 6 years ago, I was like on my way, to get the big radio job, but then I had got into a car accident. That same morning on my way to, I think I was going to iHeart. Yeah, somebody hit me from behind.
Were you interning there, or?
No, I was going for a job interview, and but I did intern for Radio 104.1 and Bumba Radio. That was before, and then I was going to get that job. I had an interview.
Okay.
Yeah, so I couldn't make it. I called the people. I told them. Then I couldn't walk for about 6 months. So when I was like thinking what I'm gonna do, the podcasting came, and then I didn't really know like what to do, like how to get guests or anything. So I was just literally talking to myself. And then my fiance had gave me some ideas, and then it was after that the guests are just coming, and then I made my logo around that time because I was like I gotta get a logo.
Yeah, and you have the merch and everything, and the good photo. There's one thing to take the merch, but then that's what I noticed about your pictures too, is that you actually look like you had a professional photographer. I don't know if you did, but like, they look like legit photos.
Yeah. Yeah, they legit.
So that was clearly like before the pandemic and everything. Were you also doing video yet? You were just doing voice podcasting?
I was just doing video because I was doing them on Instagram Live.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then you were just cutting that. And then were you just ripping the audio off of that?
Yeah, I had the screen recorded like how you was doing.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yep.
Hey, it's cool to see how people figure stuff out like that, though, and make it happen.
Right, yeah.
What was like the mic situation too? Was it just like a regular, like one of these into your computer?
Yeah, it was one of those. Yeah, I recently got this Blue Yeti mic right here. Got the banner in the back.
Or like, what is that?
So it's Connecticut Update Media. So that's like my little media company on the side I'm working on. Like I want to say a media company where I can help other people, not just myself.
So what ideally would you like to do with that? Like have people working for you as well? Like create a podcast network?
They need like promo. I could promote them and stuff like that.
Okay. And help them with what, like learning how to actually like edit audio and things like that?
Yeah.
And how do you get a lot of your guests? Just because I know you do like radio people and then other like artists and stuff too, right? And you just reach out over social media and say, hey, I want to be on my podcast?
You got to get like straight to the point. Don't make it too long. And like you said, if you have like professional pictures and stuff like that, people take it more serious.
And it's a great way to just, have conversations and talk to people and just meet new people that like radio too.
Yeah, it's actually podcasting kind of changed my life, to be honest.
Oh, how so?
I mean,
you can open up here.
I open up a little bit. I don't really, So at this time, after like the accident and stuff, you go through emotions and stuff like that. So people are busy. People got their own lives. So people wasn't around a lot. And my fiance, she got to work. She's into school. She got her stuff going on. So I don't want to put a burden on her. So it just changed. You know, I'm talking to all kinds of crazy people, like millionaires, rich people, talking to you, and they're all over the world too, like California, Germany, Mexico, actors. Um, I interviewed. You ever heard of Little Nico?
Oh, the name sounds familiar.
He was on that big hip hop show, Hip Hop Atlanta,
Oh, okay, yeah.
with Jermaine Dupri.
So is that kind of your top? Yeah, like who's been your favorite person you brought on?
Yeah, he's definitely the top, one of my top.
Do you feel like it kind of saved you in like you're getting to
Yeah,
again connect with people because it's kind of isolating, especially not being able to walk.
right.
Now, are you just trying to pursue stuff just on your own under your own brand, or would you ideally like to be hired on at like a iHeart or something like that?
Honestly, I wouldn't mind that, but as long as I could keep doing like my podcast, I'll be fine with that. I just gotta be able to do my podcast.
And do you have any big goals or plans that you wish to do with your podcast in the future?
Honestly, one of my biggest goals is like to do like a podcast tour or like a podcast meetup.
Okay. Oh, so were you kind of like you talked about the live radio
Yeah.
interviewing people? That would be a lot of fun.
I have like people from all over the world there.
Have you gotten like really great advice from any of your guests on that kind of has resonated with you?
Stay consistent, don't give up, and just you gotta take your brand and your stuff serious. Cause then like the serious people, they'll take you serious. Like Little Nico told me one of the reasons why he did say yeah is he was going through my profile. He was like, I could tell you take yourself serious. So
That's great. I bet that feels good to like hear that.
yeah.
Do you like where you live? Like, or, you know, a lot of people now are like not interested in moving for these radio jobs. Are you kind of in that boat too, or you'd be like, yeah, I'd want to move somewhere?
Honestly, me like I love New York and stuff like that, but like the traffic and like all the commotion is like I'm a little bit like calmer.
Yeah, yeah. So you'd be down to go somewhere.
Yeah, it depends.
It's got to be the right situation. You know, a lot of these people, they're like, yeah, that sounds like a great radio job and everything, but like, I don't know if the station's going to flip in a year, you know, because that stuff happens to people.
All right. You never know. You could move somewhere and then like 6 months later, like the radio station shut down or something like that.
What keeps you motivated to be able to, you know, be creative, to constantly be putting out content?
It used to be like other people. I would like look for motivation, and then like after a while, it was like I gotta find some motivation in like myself. It's like you gotta post your stuff or nobody else's.
Which platform do you think does the best for your brand?
I love Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, I think those are the best two.
Have you dabbled on TikTok at all yet?
I haven't, but I've been thinking about it. How about you?
I did like kind of during the pandemic, and then with the Radio Fam. But then it's like, and I want to keep doing it, but then it's like it's been hard to keep up. So I want to get back on it just because I see how it works for other people.
All right.
Tell people where they can find you and the podcast.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Go Roam TV, and the podcast is the Roam Show Podcast on everything. YouTube is Go Roam TV too.
Well, thanks so much for coming on my podcast too. I'm excited to share. Again, I always love when people are just doing their own thing and, you know, staying motivated. And what you said, you've been doing yours for like 6 years now total too.
Yep.
Keep doing what you're doing. I love watching you grow. So
Thank you. Really appreciate it.